Hello and welcome you all in this video tutorial. This video is for class 10th chapter number 6 cascading style sheet part 2nd. Dear student, as you know, in part 1 we have already discussed what is CSS, how we will apply CSS in our web page, what is static page, what is dynamic page, what is document structure model, and we have seen some examples also in previous video. Now in this video we are going to discuss more on CSS. Here I am going to tell you about CSS selector, internal CSS, how to apply, external CSS, how to apply, and along with this we have discussed inline CSS also. So let us see some examples. Let me tell you one example that tell you about the precedence, how the CSS will work. If suppose same lines of code, same as given on page number 167, this example here, through this example it was trying to tell you which one having higher precedence. So with the same example I am going to do. So for this I already opened one notepad, and in this I have written one code. As you can see here, HTML head, title, CSS example, title close, style p tag red, style p color blue, style p color green. Now the same style tag I have written 3 times, only changes is the color red, blue and green. So let us see which one applies on this paragraph tag. Whatever p tag we have taken inside body, so which paragraph color is going to be applied, which one having higher precedence. So let us see. For this you need to save this one. So already my file is saved, example2.html. go to that folder. My folder is in desktop. Double click example2, try to run it. As you run, you can see which color is going to be applied on the page. Now you can see the green color. It means if you observe here, the last one, this one, green color having the higher precedence. It means if you are having same CSS multiple times, the last one having the higher precedence. If you delete this one, what will happen? Let us see. I delete from here, Control S. So now I am having only 2 CSS and the last one color having blue. So let us see the color is going to be changed or not. Now it become blue. So every time don't be forget, if you are having multiple CSS, then last one having higher precedence. Next, moving to the next point. So this example we have seen practically. Next, CSS syntax. How CSS syntax is going to be written. Now as you can see here, whenever you plan to decide CSS, so what you need to do is first property, value, declaration, selector and rule. Now if you see this particular example, so in this HR is a selector. We are having so many selector. Further we are going to discuss. Next, property with value. Property with value. Here property is with, value is 50%, and we are using this curly braces both the side, and in between we are using colon, and at last we need to use semicolon. So this one is selector, this one is property, this one is value, and overall this called declaration, and this selector and declaration together we can say that this one is the rule to write CSS. Now dear student, if you observe this example, so here also this P is a selector, this one is property, this one is value, and overall this one is as written here, this one is a declaration, and starting we have written P. The P is the selector. So selector, we are having so many selectors that one by one we will discuss about selectors. Next, basic selectors in CSS. So now we are going to discuss about selectors. The basic selectors in CSS. So there are 4 types of selectors given in your book that we are going to discuss. The first one is universal selector. What it means, universal selector? The universal selector work like a card character and is used to match and apply a style to all element on a page, and it will represented with prefix that is star. Whenever you plan to define universal selector, so you need to write star. Star means for all, universal. It means it will apply each and every tag presented on the screen or page. Like suppose inside style tag, if I erase these all things and I want one universal selector, so what I need to do is I need to write a star, I need to open this bracket, I need to write font family colon times new Roman semicolon color colon suppose red semicolon, this bracket close. Now what will happen? This universal selector will apply all the tags with whatever you are using inside body tag. Suppose apart from p tag I am having one h1 also. H1 inside this I am having some text. Apart from h1 I am having one b tag also. Suppose in this also I am having some. The universal selector means it will apply all the tags which are used, which tag which you are using inside the page. So let us see. Save example 2, go and run it. Already my page is running. Go here and refresh it. Now you can see the texts are coming, but the color is not going to be appear. So let us see what will happen. Universal selector, here we decide color clean, font size 20px, font family. Wait a second, color red. Save, just see color appear or not. No, it will not appear. Style, type is equals to text oblique CSS. Now try to run it again. Now color is not going to be appear. Do one thing, close this one, go here and try to run this example 2. Not going to be appear. Let us see. Universal selector star, title, style, type CSS, style close, head close, body h1, body close, HTML close. This one. Okay, so I think that mistake is there. Now just see, color is become red. What we did is here we use colon, but here semicolon we want. Semicolon we want. So like this you can use universal selector. Next selector that we have is next selector universal So selector we have discussed. Next is type selector. What is type selector? Type selector or the element selector identifies an element based on its type. It means, suppose on a page, if you are having some tags and you want to apply the CSS directly on that particular tag, so for this we need to use type selector. Like suppose this is my page, inside this I am having p tag, s tag and b tag. I want to apply the CSS on b tag. So what I need to do is directly I need to write b tag. So only b tag, whatever text contained by b tag, that color is going to be changed. Save it and try to run it. Just see, only b tag having red color. Now just see, suppose apart from this you want to apply the CSS only on h1 tag. So here as you write h1, what will happen after saving it, again you run, then h1 color is become red, rest all is black only. So type selector means, suppose you are having multiple tags inside body. If you want to apply a CSS on any particular tag, so by name, by using that particular tag name, you can define the CSS. It will directly apply on that particular tag. Next that we have is ID selector. What is ID selector? ID selector means if you want to define a CSS and you want to use that CSS wherever you want. So for this we are having ID selector and class selector. So let me tell you first class selector. For class selector, first prefix you need to put is dot and you need to define a class. Suppose I am having one class, suppose A. With the name A I am having one class and here color red and size colon 39, and suppose this CSS I want in this paragraph. So here class is equals to, I need to write A double quote. Now just save it, try to run it. What will happen? I applied on second paragraph. So what will happen? This color is going to be changed. Just see, this color is become red. So like this you may use ID selector also. Here font size is not visible, so what I need to do is font size, Control S, save it and try to run it. See, font size is also become bold. Suppose that particular ID selector you want to apply here also inside h1. So here also call it class is equals to A. Now it will apply on this also. Just see, like this ID selector, wherever you want, wherever you feel you want to use that, just simply call that one. Next is ID selector is also similar to class selector only, but only difference is here we need to use hash. Suppose ID selector is hash A1. Now wherever you need to use this one, so what you need to do is ID is equals to A. Go and run. Just see the second paragraph not working. ID is equals to A okay. Whenever you are calling, that time what you need to do, ID is equals to A1 here. I need to write, save and go and run it. Now see, so ID and class selector is almost same. For class you need to put dot as a prefix, and for ID selector hash, and wherever you need inside your body tag At what tag you want to apply, just call it. For class selector, you need to write class is equals to that CSS name, and inside this id is equals to that selector or CSS name. Next thing that we have is that we are going to discuss is method of applying CSS. So CSS we can apply in three different ways: inline CSS, internal and external. So if we discuss about inline CSS, so inline CSS is a CSS which we need to apply inside body tag. How? Suppose here I am going to erase these all things, and inside this body I want to write CSS. Suppose here, so style is equals to same whatever you want to write. Style is equals to suppose color colon red semicolon font size is equals to 44 colon, not is equals to, here you need to write colon. Save it. Now just check it whether it was working or not. So it was working like this. Now the second paragraph color is going to be changed. Now if you start a style here, then you need to close this also in inline CSS. So for this what you need to do is, here p tag is going to be closed and style tag also going to be closed. Refresh it and just see this output you are getting. This is the inline CSS. Internal CSS means, as previously we have written, that comes under internal CSS. Like this is style tag, if you use here Control X, here I need to mention what style tag. Here suppose p color colon blue semicolon close style tag close. This kind of CSS is known as inline CSS. So here we apply this CSS on paragraph tag. So total 3 paragraphs I am having. So color is going to be blue. Now you can see here the 3 paragraph text color is going to be blue. This one is H1, this one is B tag, so not going to be changed. So this way we can write what inline CSS. External CSS means if you want to write external CSS, so for this you may use or open Notepad and write your CSS. Suppose I want one CSS that I want to apply on body tag. So body background colon green semicolon color colon red semicolon bracket close. Save this one with save as example2.css. Save it. Again open one new notepad and here HTML head title this you need to close it, this title head close, body suppose you are having some content, body close, HTML close. Now HTML close. Now save it save with ex3.html, and here you need to call that particular CSS. So for calling, inside head tag I need to use a style tag, and here the syntax that I need to write is prefix @ import URL ex2.css, style tag, close, and head also close. Save it, go to inside that folder and run this one. Just see, here we mention inside that particular CSS, we mention color green and font color red. Now let us see if you done any changes here, then it will directly reflect green. Suppose here you need to mention yellow and check it whether it was working or not. Here save it, go and run. Now you see it was working. Okay, like this you can define external CSS also. So inline, internal and external CSS example we have seen. One more example that I am going to tell you, that is external CSS only, how you can write and use the reference by using link rel. So let us do that example also. So inside this CSS, what I need to do is I need to write CSS first. I need to define CSS, and for this CSS you may use directly style tag, or this one also is sufficient. Okay, for this let me discuss this one. Okay, internal or embedded style sheet. Now as you can see this example, so here what will happen, style type text CSS table TD th, border style solid, border width 4, border color green, calls span border collapse collapse. What will happen here, whatever table TS TR TD are there, that all color become color green, and the border style is solid, that having width is 4. So like this you can apply external CSS this way. This example also we can see